Now at the debate, both candidates were asked the question, with all the recent police shootings, how do you begin to heal the racial divide in America? Because it seems like it's getting worse. In fact, in some communities, even the Oreos are segregated. And now Hillary went first, suggesting better police training, getting guns off the streets, and improving community relations by hosting regular dance-off in the streets. Right? But, okay, that was fake. But I think it would be a great suggestion. Just Hillary's like, and now, dance. But then, after Hillary, it was time for Trump's rebuttal. And he had a completely different answer.
Well, first of all, Secretary Clinton doesn't want to use a couple of words, and that's law and order. And we need law and order. We have to take the guns away from these people that have them and that are bad people that shouldn't have them. These are felons. You have to have stop and frisk.
Ah, Donatello, you're a genius. That's why you're the science turtle, my friend. Yes, to help black and white people get along, black people have to stop committing crimes. It's that simple. And I get what Trump is saying. You know, I get this divide, being half black and half white myself. I face this internal conflict every day. Every day. Hell, I frisk myself all the time. All the time. And I mean, other people call it jerking off, but I know what I'm searching for. It's love. Now, Trump wasn't bringing up stop and frisk out of nowhere. For the last 20 years or so, it's been a major theory of policing where if cops on the street think someone is acting suspicious, they pat them down, stop them, you know, look for weapons, and then send them on their way. It's like a mini massage. Even the name sounds fun, Stop and Frisk, yeah? It sounds like sexy role play, yeah? Or two German characters on an adventure. Stop und Frisk, hallo! But the truth is, stop and frisk is very controversial. And if you've never been stop and frisked, it might be hard to imagine why. But think of it like the TSA. You know when you're at the airport and you're getting patted down? Now imagine if instead of patting, they're violently going through your pockets, throwing you against the wall, cursing you out in front of everyone. Oh, and on top of all of that, there's no flights. It looks more like this.
3 officers approached me, sort of roughed me up a bit, particularly when I asked questions.
I could feel the presence of police officers standing over me, pointing weapons at me.
I remember them banging my head into this.
You want to go to jail?
For what?
Shut your mouth, kid.
What am I getting arrested for?
Shut your mouth.
What am I getting arrested for?
For being a mud.
Why did you stop and frisk me? I'm gonna get him ID. I'm gonna get him. Relax. Officer, don't touch me.
You know, whenever you see a video like this, you can't help but wonder how many earlier incidents we will never know about because people didn't have camera phones back then. I mean, now everyone has an iPhone, so we see the videos. Back in the day, if you witnessed something, you probably just had to thumb it to someone on your flip phone, just be like... Now, you may be thinking, oh, well, who cares? Those guys are criminals, so they got what's coming. But here's the thing that Trump and many stop and frisk supporters seem to gloss over. At its peak in New York, there were almost 700,000 stop and frisk searches. 88% of those searches turned up nothing. That means in 1 year, there were 605,000 stops when people had done nothing wrong. What's even worse is that many of these were teenage kids. Now, don't get me wrong, I mean, most teenagers are dicks, but still, not legally speaking. So stop and frisk is problematic enough, and here's why it's especially problematic to say that it's going to heal the racial divide.
Between 2004 and mid-2012, police stopped over 4 million people, according to the NYPD, nearly 90% of them black or Latino.
Blacks make up 1/3 of Chicago's population, but they accounted for nearly 3/4 of those stopped.
The ACLU says Philadelphia police stopped and then frisked people, with African Americans accounting for 69% of all stops.
Yeah. Although stop and frisk is supposed to be applied equally, in reality, most of the time it only affects people of color, like rhythm. Now, police say they aren't discriminating. They're stopping people based on suspicious behavior, which again, seems reasonable, until you see how vague the term suspicious behavior can be. For instance, this is all true. They can justify stopping and frisking a person for looking around, because looking around is a thing that drug dealers do. Yes. And also, I mean, people who cross streets, and also tourists, and also pigeons. all suspicious. In fact, the #1 reason New York police said they frisked people was because of something called furtive movements, right? Which sounds like a dance class for shy people. Like it just sounds like a, but it's not. It's actually any movement that the police feel is suspicious. And here's how you know that this is targeting black people. You could even be stopped and frisked just for having a bulge in your pants. Yeah, it's what you're thinking. Which the police could probably make better if they just said that. If they said, we're stopping you because it looks like you got a big dick. Then guys would be like, well, go ahead, officer. Go ahead. Go ahead. That's right. Who's getting stopped and frisked today, baby? I got stopped 3 times. When was the last time you got stopped? You ain't never been stopped. Ha ha! But that's not what's happening. And now, to be clear, I'm not saying stop and frisk was useless. I'm saying it wasn't worth it. Because although it helped take illegal guns off the street, stop and frisk may have other costs. In fact, a recent Yale-Columbia study has shown that when police regularly harass a community, that community loses respect for the law. And that could very well lead to a rise in crime. Here's an easy way to think of it. Imagine if you were in a relationship and you're completely faithful, but every single day the person you're dating goes, are you cheating on me? Are you cheating on me? Show me your phone. Are you cheating on me? Show me your phone. Show me your phone. What are you doing? Show me your phone. Are you cheating on me? Show me your phone. Show me your phone. All right. I'm glad we've been working on healing the divide in our relationship. This has been going well. All right, you want to have dinner tonight? No? You're busy? Busy with who? Show me your phone! Show me your phone! It's not going to work. You know, people talk about stop and frisk like it was some magical medicine that cured crime. Here's a suggestion I have. If they're going to try and sell it that way, the least they could do is be honest about the side effects. Sort of like this.
Does your fear of black people keep you up at night? Well, guess what? There's a solution, and it's called Stop-and-Frisk. Stop-and-Frisk is strong, fast-acting, and completely safe for white people. Some potential side effects of Stop-and-Frisk may include blurred legal rights, racial tension, oh yeah, forget about ice cream, sudden loss of dignity, riot outbreaks, thoughts of being trapped in a dystopian police state, and now that glass of Merlot is considered a weapon. At the first sign of furtive movements, use Stop and Frisk. Don't let a little thing like the perpetuation of racial disharmony get in the way of you living your life. I know I don't.
Hey there, thanks for subscribing to our new YouTube channel. You're probably thinking, but I didn't. I know, which is fine, but now you're thinking about subscribing. You should really just subscribe. Just do it. Subscribe. Who said that? Subscribe. Who's saying these things? Subscribe now. What?